Good morning. Back with another video. Today I'm giving you guys a smoky eye. Yeah, we're doing smoky today. I'm giving you ashy right now because I kind of wanted to do my skincare just because I just got out the shower. I'm already gonna record. Might as well show some type of skincare. So, wow. Look at the lip. I'm embarrassed. My vitamin C serum's running out. So that's no fun, but I'm gonna read for the Sephora sale. Let me know if you guys want me to film what I buy for the Sephora sale, because child, the past couple years, I've been like figuring out what works for my skin, like really figuring out what works for my skin so that I don't just buy what someone recommends, because I used to do that and my pockets didn't like it. But this year I actually know what I want to get. Like I actually know what I want to re-up on. Oh my gosh, you see those two horns? It's okay, it happens, but we're gonna cover it up. Well, I'm gonna record me like showing what I get, but let me know if you guys want to see that, because if you don't want to see that, who am I kidding? I'm probably gonna post it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna post it. But if you don't want to see that, let me know in the comments below so I can know how quickly to post it. You see what you see what I did there? I'm gonna post it regardless, but how quickly I do it, let me know if you want to see it. So I'm just putting my moisturizer on. I think the dryness, or it was more so ashiness. I think she has died, because I don't need that right now. I'm gonna put my sunscreen. Never forget your sunscreen. What I've been using right now is a CeraVe. It's actually a lotion and sunscreen at the same time, SPF 30. But she's pretty lightweight for my skin, so I just put her right on top of my moisturizer. And yes, I know you see some white. Give it 3 seconds. Just give it 3 seconds. And she goes away. She really does. I put a lot on too, so. She looks gone to me. What about you? She looks like she's gone to me. I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Drugstore Plug. This is really good. This is like the dupe to the Benefit Precision My Brow. Yeah, she's her. So I'm gonna brush up my strokes like I did last time. I was supposed to get my eyebrows done today, but I just didn't. So now I have to struggle. No, I'm kidding. You can do it. It's just that it's a little messier, but it's okay. So right now I'm just going to, I kind of do like an initial outline of where I know my brow shape is, so that I don't get distracted by the skinny hairs. I mean, by the little hairs on the bottom. So I just shape my brows essentially. Like I outline the bottom, I outline the top. Does that make sense? So I outline the bottom, I outline the top. And then once I know my shape, I'm like, okay, this is it. I just start penciling. Pencil like you're drawing in a coloring book. Don't go outside the lines. Unless that's the look that you're going for. And then before I finish like sculpting here, I always like to just do the same thing on this brow, just to make sure it's the same shape. So like I said, I'm just outlining where I see my brow shape is versus where all the little hairs are. I don't want to get distracted by that. Okay, so I just made my shape. I'm gonna put my thumb, this is my rest, so that I can have full control. And I'm just gonna do some upstrokes. I don't know if it's just me, but like when my eyebrows are done, I'm like, and they're the way I want them to be, I'm like, this makeup look's gonna be a good one. But if my eyebrows turn out crazy, I already know it's about to be a dub. But the one thing, that's why I do eyebrows first, because you can literally like fix it. If it's not coming out the way you want it to, you can literally like adjust it. But if you have all your makeup done and you have to adjust it when your foundation's on, you're just gonna mess up your foundation. And then if you already set your face, then you're gonna have like powder strokes because it's just, we don't want that. So just do it first. Now I'm gonna get my concealer. Today I'm using what I used last time. Take a guess if you watched. Anytime now. Yep. Too Faced, Born This Way. Shade Golden Beige. Remember what I told y'all? Under your eyebrows, keep it light, keep it bright. On top of your eyebrows, keep it smooth, keep it nude, okay? That's a good saying. We're gonna start doing that for eyebrows. Okay, so I'm gonna take my brush set, and we're going to use, for the bottom, we're going to use a straight flat brush, and this is the Morphe 432. A couple of you guys told me that I should like be showing you guys the actual products, so I will do just that. So we're gonna do the Morphe 432, and this is just for me to sculpt. This is gonna really define, okay, what shape am I going for today, and I'm just going for nothing special. So let me just do that. Child, I gotta get my eyebrows done. These little hairs, like there's only so much you can hide them. And yes, I could tweeze them myself, but now that I found a new eyebrow lady, that's good. I just don't wanna interfere with her work. I'm gonna get them done this week. So with the carving out, you wanna make sure you're super precise, because what I've done in the past is I'll like be carving out my eyebrows and accidentally get the concealer on my eyebrow, and mayday, mayday, we need help. So you see how slow I'm going. This is real time. You really want to make sure you're going slow and steady, because we already know slow and steady wins the race, honey. Keep it nude, keep it smooth. Not yet. Sometimes, even myself, like I'm quick to just start doing my upper and I forget, like, nope, we're not doing that. We're keeping it light and bright on the bottom and keeping it nude and smooth on the top. Okay, let me do the other side so I can make sure I'm making the shapes the same. Remember what I said about the buff brush? You want to use something that's real dense, like this. This is the BH Cosmetics brush. Number 4. It's really old, so I'm not sure if you'll find it, but it is a great buff. Actually, BH Cosmetics brushes are actually really good and really affordable. Every like Christmas time, they have like a 40% off on sets. So you could easily get a 10-piece set of brushes for like $12. Like literally $12. So don't sleep on BH Cosmetics. So if you noticed, I don't know if you noticed, I arched my eyebrows a little bit more than when I started. I'll insert a picture of when I first started right here. But my eyebrows are more arched, and the way that I did that was how far up I brought my concealer when I was sculpting. So that's what I'm saying, like, the first step is penciling it in. So you're creating your outline, you're creating the idea of what your brow's gonna look like. But when you start to use the concealer, you're really sculpting the shape of the brow that you're going for. These hairs are not letting me be great, but it's fine. It is fine. So now I'm going to take my brow gel, my brow pomade, and I'm going to darken up the ends, because you see I want it to be super defined. So I'm taking a angled brush like so. And I'm going to, oh, quick tip. My brow pomade is a little bit dry because I leave my top open sometimes, which is not okay. So what you're gonna do is just spray it with some water. Spray it with some water. She'll loosen up for you. Yep, just like that. Spray with some water, but don't keep your tops on. Don't keep your tops off on any product, makeup product, because that's gonna increase how fast it expires. I mean, I don't really believe in the expiration date. I'm gonna be completely honest. I mean, if it's like 6 years plus and I don't use you, I'm gonna throw you out or give you away. But if most products say they expire in 2 years, and I'm not throwing my products away after 2 years. Like that's just not happening. Like that's illegal to me. If you have money to do that, then go right ahead, but not me. No honey. We keeping that to the last drop. I actually just finished my first brow pencil the other day. It's when I finish products, it makes me so happy because I buy so much at a time. Not at a time, but I have so much products that I'm just like, yo, when I'm gonna actually finish them. But I use makeup a lot. I do makeup a lot, so I end up finishing them, and I'm just like, wow, my money didn't go to waste after all. It makes me feel better for buying a lot of makeup. Just darken the brows. I'm gonna take my brow powder to do the same thing with the same brush. Just to darken it. Don't bring it to the front though, because if you want it to look natural and like a great, everything, like, that's why I love makeup. Everything can easily be a seamless gradient effect, from your eyebrows to the way it extends out to the rest of your brow, from the way your contour and your concealer meet to the way your blush blends right. Like, it's literally art. It's literally art. All right, so I'm just darkening that up. So recall, I have not sculpted the top of my brow yet. I'm actually gonna use the foundation that I'm using to sculpt the top of my brow because we're keeping it nude and smooth. And when I say nude, I just mean your skin shade. And my foundation will essentially be my skin shade. So I'm gonna just do it with that. But I'm not putting my foundation on yet. We're gonna do our eyes first. Okay. Why do we prime our lids? Because, right. That's exactly right. Because you're creating a base for your eye color, your eye look. Your pigment's gonna come out better. The shade is gonna pop more. I'm just gonna place that there and buff it out. And I buff it out, I bring it up to my eyebrows. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Same thing on this side. But you see how there's like a, I don't know if you can see that, but and what do you do after you prime your eyelid? Exactly. You said it. You always, just remember, always set what you prime. Has someone ever gone to you for advice or for counseling of some sort on a particular topic associated with you? However, you kind of were just like, girl, I had nothing to offer you. Like, I am not doing well in this particular category. I'm not doing well in this particular topic you're bringing up to me. Like, why are you coming to me for this help and counsel? Like, I don't think I can offer you anything. But I just want to do like a quick reminder that God equipped the unqualified. You know what I'm saying? Like, God will use you even if you don't think you have the ability to be used in that particular area. And that's happened to me in so many areas. I remember this moment actually that I'll share with you guys. I remember it was my third year of college. I'm in my third year of medical school. This is my third year of college. This is the year I'm taking my MCAT. This is the year that life was a struggle. Like, at that point, I was like, listen, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't know why I'm still doing this. And I remember driving home from studying, and I just remember crying because I was just so tired and I was just so exhausted. And I remember just being like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm losing myself. I feel drained. I don't feel like I don't have energy to do this anymore. And I remember when I was driving, God gave me a vision that I would be speaking to other students, like pre-med students, when I got to med school. I saw it in the vision. I was already in med school. So by this point in 3rd year, I didn't know what med school I was going to. I didn't know if I was getting into. I haven't gotten into anything yet. Like, I wasn't. But I remember in the vision, I was on an auditorium, on a podium, speaking to like pre-med students about just looking past your struggles, how your struggles don't define you, how that moment of suffering is not going to define your eternity. It's not going to define your journey. It's just an obstacle that you will overcome because God overcomes it for you on your behalf. And I remember I'm in the car crying. This vision is coming to me. I'm seeing literally it play out. And I'm just like, God, like, that's not possible. Like, how is that going to happen if I'm literally struggling? I'm not scoring well in my practice exams. I'm just not doing well. How are you telling me you're going to use me in this particular area when I have nothing to offer? And you know what's crazy? That vision was fulfilled literally last week. I was speaking actually at for an organization at Rutgers called MAPS. And I remember, and I was just telling them, like, don't let your struggle, just the exact things I was saying in my vision, in that vision, literally was playing out. And I was just like, wow, like, what he says will come to pass will come to pass. And I'm in medical school. I'm a medical student. I was speaking to pre-med students about that. And I was just sitting there like, wow, like, those struggles are the very reason that God will use you in whatever field you're in, whether you're in law, whether you're in teaching, whether you're in philosophy, whether you're in pharmacy, whether you're in public service. Like, that's the very thing that God will use to use you and to qualify you and to equip you to tell those other students who was once in your shoes that you will overcome. I'm the testimony that you will overcome. But anyways, let's get back into the eyeshadow. We're back. So I actually went ahead and went offline to do one eye, just so I can see what I was doing. And like, I was watching a tutorial when I was doing it, since this is my first time. This is how it turns out. What do you guys think? I mean, it wasn't too difficult. I don't usually do liner either, but I figured let's do it today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my my lashes on this eye. So I'm gonna coat some NARS Climax mascara, coat that under my eye, on my lashes. Okay. When I was researching like smoky eyes and like the different techniques and there's actually like different kinds. Like, you could do like a brown smoky eye, a black smoky eye. You could just do black. Like, I've seen some that are just literally black and they still look good. Honestly, it's really you pick it based on how your eye shape is, what kind of look you're going for. So this is what I did. I do like it, actually. Only thing that I'm not worried about, but nervous about is I don't usually do my eyes like one fully then go to the next one. I usually just do them at the same time so I can make sure I'm doing the exact same steps. So we gonna see if that works out today, since I did one whole eye by itself. But I think we should be okay. I'm just gonna first of all, let me just show you guys. I had to go in my arsenal of palettes, and this is just the first box. I have a whole another drawer of palettes in my makeup cart, but we'll talk about that later. But today I use this palette, Jackie Aina's palette, my Soft Glam palette, and I use another palette as well. Oh, I use my Stila. That's where I got the glitters from. So let's just hope I remember the steps that I just did, because girl. All right, so right now I'm about to just pop my lash on really quickly, so I'll just be right back. I use for this eye, so I'm just gonna go in with my Revolution Makeup Revolution palette. I'm gonna go in with this shade. And in this step, you really don't have to worry about being messy at all, because it's just a transition shade. Just gonna give you that base so that you're not just applying the dark pigment on just bare skin, basically. So I'm just gonna apply that over there. I'm gonna extend it out where my concealer is, where my primer is extending out a here. So pat it off and then just go in with it. This one you wanna apply it everywhere. Okay. After I do that, so that's pretty good. After I do that, I'm gonna go in with a, see that pinkish purplish shade? I'm gonna go in with that. And the first color I used was from the Jackie Aina palette. I used the color Edges, the shade Edges. And I'm just going to take a, not too dense, pretty fluffy brush. I'm gonna tap into edges. I'm gonna tap it off, the excess off. And I'm just taking this into my crease. Taking it into my crease and bring it all the way into the inner part of the eye. So edges, take it into the crease, extend it out. You wanna extend it out, for sure. Okay. Out. Just like that. And just keep it in the crease. Don't get it onto your actual eyelid. As you can see, the light part of my eyelid is still bare, and that's what we want, because that's where the black is gonna go. So get that in there. And then I'm gonna take a dense, so this is the first brush I use. I'm gonna take a denser brush, and I'm going to use, I'm gonna go back into the Makeup Revolution palette and use the shade Bohemian, which is the exact shade I have on the top of my lid. Tap it in there. I'm gonna tap the excess off, and I'm gonna keep this at the top. I'm gonna keep this at the top. And Makeup Revolution is very pigmented, as you can see. So you don't need to like dab, like just, you don't need to pounce it in there. The important thing is to make sure that you're tapping the excess off, so you're not looking as if like it just didn't blend well. The big important thing about smoky eyes is as you get into each shade and you get into darker shade, you want to make sure you blend with each step, because you don't want to look like you just pat eyeshadow onto your eyes. You really want to make sure you look like it's like a gradient effect with everything in makeup. I feel like the consensus is seamless and gradient, and that's how you know your makeup is properly applied. Okay, so I think we're good with that. What I'm gonna do is, I don't have a, ideally I would have a black eyeshadow primer base, but I do not have that. So we're gonna improvise. I'm gonna use my Sigma eyeliner, my Sigma gel eyeliner, and that's gonna be my base, okay? So I'm just gonna take my, like a flat, dense brush. I'm just gonna dip it in there, and I'm just gonna apply that to my eyelid. Now, how far up you apply it on your lid is completely up to you. I'm going relatively high, as you can see. With the opposite end of the brush. Just blend that out. Remember, it's eyeliner. It's gonna dry quickly, so you have to move fast. You have to move fast. And you wanna bring that base like into, like towards the inner part of the eye. I know in the last video I mentioned darker colors are gonna go out, but this is the look we're going for, so it's completely okay. It's completely okay. And the great thing about these type of looks is you don't have to worry about like looking too messy, because that's the point. And you're gonna clean it up after. Okay, so at this point my base is on. I'm gonna go into my Anastasia Soft Glam palette, and I'm gonna take Noir right there. I'm gonna tap the same fluffy set that I'm using, tap it in there, tap it off. And I'm just gonna apply that right on top of the base and also just bring it out. We're bringing this eyeshadow out, honey. Bring it out, bring him out. Bring him out, bring him out. Not too bad. I'm actually gonna go back into the Bohemian extra soft and just pat it at the very end. Because I really want to make sure it doesn't look like two separate lines, but instead it looks like a gradient. Like the shade itself came in one color. You know what I mean? Alright, alright. Just like that. I'm gonna go back into my noir. Emphasize that pigment a little bit more. Remember, we're bringing it in. I'm gonna bring it in. I might pop another shade right in the inner corner, like versus like a highlight. I'm gonna see how I feel towards the end of the video. Okay. And when you could stop right here and just pop your lashes on, but we're gonna do just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Now I'm gonna take my Stila. What is this called? Stila Molten Midnight. And I'm just gonna apply that to my eye. Just all over my, not all over really, just kind of keeping it at the center of my eyelid. And then I'm gonna bring it out as well. This also dries relatively fast, so you wanna just tap on your, close your lid and then go right into blending that. Right into blending that. And this gives you that beautiful like glitter effect. And I don't know, to me it adds to the eye look. Like, it looks beautiful. Versus you could keep it bare like I said, but something about this is just, isn't it just beautiful? Absolutely stunning. Bring it out. Like I said, we're making this dramatic. And we're gonna clean everything up. So if it's messy, no stress. No stress. I'm gonna go back into my Bohemian and just blend that top out. Blend that top out. Because you want that pop of color to show in what you did. Okay. What do you guys think? Am I giving what I gave on the other side? I think so. I'm gonna put some more of that Molten Midnight, which is just absolutely stunning. And we're gonna go back to blending. Like, most of your time is literally gonna be spent blending, but that's how you get the look you want. Okay, now I'm gonna take my Stila waterproof liquid liner, and we're just gonna line. You're done. Smoky Eye for Beginners is complete. And yes, it could be better. Like I said, it's my first time. For some of you, it might be your first time. So I just wanted to give like a video showing just the simplest that I found out of all the smoky eyes that there are out there. There's a bunch of videos out there. And I think next time I'll try like a brown smoky eye look. I feel like that would be really cute. Now I'm just coating my lashes with some NARS Climax before I plop my lashes on. All right, so lashes are on, eyes are done. So now I'm gonna wash my hands actually. In an effort not to make this video 3 hours long, seriously, it was about like an hour and 45 minutes before I cut things out. I'm gonna do these final steps fast forwarded. So pretty much I'm just applying my base, my blush, my contour, everything that does not include my eyes and my eyebrows. And tell me what you think. Because when I was doing the eyes, at some point I was like, this is not looking the way I wanted to. But I feel like once you see the final look, trust and believe, it's gonna all come together. So for my foundation that I just did, I used my Dose of Colors foundation. Love that foundation. It gives the most beautiful soft matte finish. I think I'm gonna make a video of just doing Dose of Colors as the main brand for the textings that I'm doing. Love that foundation. And right now I just use one of my favorite concealers. You tell me what it is. Take a minute. Take 2 if you need. Pause the video. Yup, my Too Faced Born This Way, one of my favorite concealers. I also used another concealer on the inner part of my under eye and on top of my nose to give that, you know, contoured effect. But I don't remember the name of it, but I'll get back to you in the comments below which concealer that was, because it's super thick, super full coverage, and we love full coverage under the eye. But just enjoy the rest of this video. It's really going to be everything else that's part of my makeup routine. I've also included some pictures in the end of the complete and finished look. I definitely got carried away with the contour, but by the end of the video, you'll see that I softened up the contour on my nose. And the way I did that was just continuing to blend it in, blend it in, blend it in, till it was a seamless effect from my highlight on the bridge of my nose and the contour on the sides.